As nations mourn with the passing of Pope Francis, I would like to take this opportunity to send my deepest sympathies and regards to the friends, families, and supporters of the Pope. I also like to dedicate this video as a tribute to the late Pope and celebrate his lifelong advocacy of mercy, social justice, and apostolic courage. First, let's take a journey back to the early years of Pope Francis. Before he was known as Pope Francis, he was Jorge Mario Bergoglio, a son of Italian immigrants in Argentina. Jorge was born on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was the eldest of 5 children. His father, Mario Bergoglio, was an Italian immigrant accountant from the Piedmont region who left Italy in 1929 to escape Mussolini's fascist rule. His mother, Regina Savori, also of Italian descent, was a committed wife and devoted mother to Jorge and his siblings. Jorge's path to priesthood was not a typical one. He graduated as a chemical technician and briefly worked in the food processing industry. His parents then expected him to continue his studies in medicine. He was at around 21 years of age, after recovering from a severe illness, when he felt called to the church. So in 1958, he entered the novitiate of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits. He then completed his studies of the humanities in Chile and returned to Argentina in 1963. From 1964 to 1965, he taught literature and psychology at the Immaculate Conception College in Santa Fe and later at the Colegio del Salvador in Buenos Aires in 1966. On December 13, 1969, he was finally ordained a Catholic priest. While his early career led him to positions of greater authority within the Church, it was his deep-seated humanity and unwavering belief in mercy that truly defined him. He chose a simple life, valuing authenticity rather than pompous ceremonies and displays. As Archbishop of Buenos Aires, he was known for taking public transportation, often riding the bus alongside the people he served. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It was a reflection of his genuine connection to the everyday struggles of ordinary people. He explained his decision to live in an apartment and cook his own supper with the simple statement, "My people are poor and I am one of them." And when he eventually became the Pope, the highest position in the Roman Catholic Church, which traditionally carries expectations of power and influence, Pope Francis did not change his humble ways. He chose to live in the Vatican guest house instead of the papal apartments. His commitment to humility and simplicity wasn't just about a personal lifestyle choice. It stemmed from his fundamental belief about the role of the Church in the world. He often said that the Church should be a field hospital for those wounded by life, a place of healing and compassion. He consistently reached out to the marginalized, visiting prisons, refugee camps, and impoverished neighborhoods, showing them that they were not forgotten. One of his most memorable and popular sayings, "Who am I to judge?" when speaking about the LGBTQ+ community, certainly signaled a shift in the Church's tone, a desire for greater welcome and inclusion. He also fostered interreligious dialogues, meeting with leaders of other faiths, building bridges of understanding and respect. His approachable style, his tendency to engage directly with people, even in large crowds, made him truly the Pope of the people. And among his most significant contributions perhaps was his encyclical in 2015, Laudato Si, a powerful call to action on environmental protection and social justice. What makes this document so resonant even today, 10 years later, is that it's not just an abstract theory or based solely on academic research. Pope Francis drew deeply from the lived realities of communities around the world, witnessing firsthand impact of environmental degradation, especially on the most vulnerable. He didn't shy away from pointing out the systemic issues that contribute to these problems. For example, in Chapter 1, The Issue of Water, he addressed the grave concern of fresh water being privatized and turned into a commodity. This wasn't just a hypothetical scenario. It's a reality faced by countless people who struggle for access to this essential resource. Pope Francis understood and did not ignore the injustice that arises when something vital for human life is treated purely as a source of profit, often at the expense of the poor and marginalized. Perhaps this will be his most lasting legacy. This encyclical in 2015, with its urgent call for environmental protection and social justice, speaks to fundamental issues that affect all of humanity. I personally believe that it should be read by everyone, and ideally made freely available, so that its message of care for our common home, our planet, reaches the widest possible audience. Currently, it can be accessed online via the Vatican website. I'll put the link in the description, and I encourage you to take the time to read it. Let me know in the comments which topics and insights from the Pope resonate with you the most. I'd like to end this video with, may the life of Pope Francis be a source of inspiration and hope to all of us regardless of religious beliefs, cultural and economic backgrounds. That may we be guided with combination of humility, compassion, and unwavering faith. That could transform us and our communities in the same way that transformed Jorge Mario Bergoglio into Pope Francis, a leader who touched the hearts of millions around the world. If you liked this video, please share it with others who might find it meaningful. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe to support my channel. It won't cost you anything. Thank you for watching until the end.